Virology and Oncology course, BBT424, and this is the first class. So in this course, the first half we will study virology regarding the study of viruses, and in the second half we will study oncology. Okay, so I am Dr. Syed Mohammad Didarul Alam, the instructor of this course. Okay, so to begin, what is virology? Virology is the study of biological viruses. The study of biological viruses, and this is the subfield of microbiology that focuses on their detection, structure, classification, and evaluation, their methods of infections and explosions of host cell for reproduction, their interaction with host organism, physiology, and immunity, the disease they cause, and the technologies to isolate the culture, to isolate and culture them, and their use in research and therapy. So the world of virus. We are living and we live and prosper in a cloud of viruses. So to begin with the important characteristics of the virus. So viruses are ubiquitous on Earth. That means they are found all over the world, and viruses infect all cellular life forms like eukaryotics and prokaryotics. That means virus can infect both vertebrate or invertebrate animals, plants and fungus, and also they can infect bacteria and archaeas. So every life regularly eats and breathes billions of virus particles, and every life carries viral genomes as part of their genetic materials. And the number of virus on Earth is surprising, is very surprising. So here is the example that you will understand. So more than 10 to the power 30 bacteriophages particles in the world's water. More than 10 to the power 30. A bacteriophage particles weight about a femtograms, that means 10 to the power 15 grams. Thus, 10 to the power 30, if we multiply with 10 to the power minus 15, the biomass on the planet of bacterial viruses alone exceeds the biomass of elephants by 1,000-fold. The length of a head-to-tail line of 10 to the power 30 bacteriophages is 100 million light years into space. So it might be outside the Pluto former planet. So it's very shocking news. And considering all the viruses on Earth, the length must be further than the nearest galaxy, like 100 billion light years. So there are a lot of viruses, and not all are visible. So the extent to which different life are infected with viruses is remarkable. For example, whales are commonly infected with small naked RNA containing viruses called calicivirus. Virus causes rashes, blisters, gastroenteritis, neuritis. This is the one type of disease, and may also infect humans. So one infected whale can excrete more than 10 to the power 13 viruses daily. So amazing. And many other animals are similarly infected and excreted. So virus infects all living organisms without making most of them sick. So they are catalysts for biogeochemical cycling. Both virus particles and virus-mediated lysis of host cell result in the generation of dissolved organic carbon, dissolved organic nitrogen, dissolved organic phosphorus by a process that is known as the viral shunt. So to define, the viral shunt is a mechanism that prevents marine microbial particulate organic matter like POM, from migrating up trophic or highest levels by recycling them into dissolved organic matter, which can be readily taken up by microorganism. And human virome. So both eukaryotic and prokaryotic viruses are found in the animals, found in the humans. And eukaryotic viruses causes acute, symptomatic or asymptomatic infections, persistent infections, and latent infections. So acute infection might be symptomatic or asymptomatic, and persistent infection means the host will be frequently infected with that virus. And latent infection, that means the host, the virus will be silent in the host. And when hosts are immunosuppressed, then this virus will be infectious. And prokaryotic viruses affect bacterial community structure and functions, and thereby influence human health. So human virome does not include viral sequences that are present in human germline. So you can see here, this is the DNA viruses and this is the RNA viruses. So number of DNA viruses is much more higher than the RNA viruses in human being. So here is the example of several viruses that influence, several viruses that affect human being, like encephalitis or meningitis. Those are inflammatory diseases or different types of diseases involve different type of diseases that are caused by the virus, like GC virus, measles, or arbovirus or rabies virus. They infect human brain, producing encephalitis or meningitis. So pharyngitis, inflammation of the pharynx caused by adenovirus or Epstein-Barr virus, or also coccidiosis V virus is responsible for cardiovascular disease, and there are also hepatitis virus that infect liver cell, and also there are different viruses like smallpox, papilloma virus that infects skin, and there are some virus, adenovirus, cytomegalovirus that infects the eyes, and so there are different types of virus that infect different tissues in the body. So every tissues and organ system has its unique complement for viruses. We at least have about a dozen of herpes viruses in our body, and we can get these viruses in the first decade of life, and once infected, it is for the rest of our life. So there is no exception, and we can't get rid of them. So who are we? So 8%, greater than 8% of human DNA consists of remnant of ancient retrovirus, long um, terminal repeat retrotransposomes, and it is thought that 40% is made of repeated string of genetic letters that is also thought to have a viral origin. Okay, and let's say human as a host of virus. So first, majority of viruses that infect us have no impact on our health, as opposed to COVID-19 that's killing so many people. Why? An interesting characteristic of the viral infections, because it goes into latent phase, where it's silent, and then it can reactivate periodically, and we may or may not have diseases depending on both environmental and host factors. So we ingest many non-animal viruses regularly with foods, and most viruses are passes through us. Similarly, 1 centimeter of cabbage leaf materials may contain up to 10 to the power 8 particles of a virus pathogenic for cabbage caterpillars. This virus cannot infect our cell and pass right through us. Most RNA virus sequences, almost 91% of human pieces, are similar to plant virus. Most abundant human fecal viruses is paper mild motile virus, 10 to the power 9 virus particles per gram of dry feces. So human as a host of virus. Virus not only pass through us, they reproduce in us, but checked by our immune response. Immune system protect us from many viral infections. Immunosuppressed subjects can have opportunistic viral infections, and some viruses like measles, SIV can immunosuppressed host. An immunosuppressive drug can be taken by the kidney or liver transplant patients and also cancer patients. So here is the human population movement map. The dotted purple line is reconstructed by genetic analysis of population, human moving out of Africa into the Europe, Asia, and eventually into the America. And then black line is reconstructing human movements based on the polio infections. So a poliovirus infects everyone, and greater than 90% of the planet is seropositive. Seropositive means the presence of poliovirus particles in the blood, and population movement can be traced by the infected viral type. So virus clearly shape host population and vice versa. So introduced COVID-19 into a population kills a lot of people and can shape the population. Similarly, if a virus does not have a host, then there's no more of that virus. Eukaryotic phytoplankton rapidly increases in population of marine water system, bloomed in ocean, and recognized by the discoloration of the water from their pigment and can be seen from the space. As these blooms get bigger, virus can infect them, and then they are collapsed. And so that an example of how a virus can affect the population. Beneficial virus. So Zuno plant in hot spring of Yellowstone National Park able to grow at 55 degrees centigrade temperature because they have a fungus with virus. They have a fungus with virus, and removing fungus with virus makes the plant unable to grow at high temperature. Okay. And example of how a virus manipulates different hosts to benefit one on the other. The wasp genome encoded in its viral gene to make virus particles. So parasite wasp lays egg inside an insect larva and also viral particles, poly-DNA virus. This is the this is if you elongate enlarge this part, you can see this is the viral particles, poly-DNA virus, and wasp eggs. So virus gene produce immunosuppressed protein for caterpillar, so it won't reject the wasp egg, and eggs hatch into baby wasp and then eat their way out of the larva. There are some evidences in mammals that viruses are beneficial. So germ-free mice has a barren intestinal tract, morphologically aberrant villi, and low CD3 cells compared to conventional one. If germ-free mice is infected with an murinovirus, then the gut morphology and CD3 number restores partially, and it's just one virus, and the observation is very amazing. And thus an enteric virus can replace the beneficial functions of commensal bacteria. So what about the human? Not enough data because we can't take away viruses in a similar way. So that's end of the class 1. So try to hear or try to watch these videos several times, and it will increase your ability to understand this course. That's all. Thank you very much.